Steel trap, second steel trap in the room. Like tinfoil trap. I can remember words to songs. That's about it.
All right. We're back on the record. Are both parties ready to proceed?
Yes, sure.
All right. In defense, there was something you wanted placed on the record?
Judge, yes, in addition to the argument made prior to the break, I'd object to the foundation being improperly laid for the statement at this time.
All right. So with regards to the objection to foundation, the court is going to grant the defense's motion. All right. If you could have your witness brought back in, please. And defense, so the record can be clear. The foundation objection is to States Exhibits 70 and 70A. I believe 70A is the redacted.
78 was the redacted, yes.
All right, Deputy Laura, we're ready.
Good.
Yes.
Apologize to the court.
All right, Detective, you're still under oath.
Yes, ma'am.
State you may proceed.
Detective, did you interview or find a Donald Lee Barnett? Yes. And did you interview him
Yes,
on one occasion or two occasions?
on 2 occasions.
Right? And approach judge,
Yes.
showing you what is marked as unity once on October 30th in 2015?
Yes,
And second time, was that November 13th of 2015?
yes,
And were those interviews recorded?
yes,
You did those yourself?
yes,
Showing you what has been marked as State's Exhibits number 72 and 73 for identification. You recall those interviews?
yes,
These exhibits reflect the interviews you did with Donald Lee Barnett on this investigation, as you know them.
yes.
Did you get a collected DNA sample from Barnett?
Yes, I did.
Did it yourself?
Yes,
May I approach again?
Yes.
Showing what's marked State's Exhibit 71 for identification. Do you recognize content 71 for identification?
yes.
And what is it?
It's a DNA swab that I took from Donald Lee Barnett.
Okay. Did you find did you coordinate your investigation with the San Antonio Public Information Office developed based on suspects as you developed your investigation?
Yes,
Okay. Why were Barnett and Rocha, why were they relevant to your investigation?
during the course of the investigation, after I received evidence that they had used the victim's credit cards, I needed to talk to them.
Showing you what is marked as states exhibits. Excuse me a minute, Your Honor, we have a misnumber. 74. So this one is out, put something else. So. Detective, I'm showing you what has been marked as States Exhibit 74 through 79 for identification. You take a moment to look through 74 through 79 for identification. And 80 for identification. Yes. And does state 74 through 80 for identification fairly accurately reflect evidence that you acquired in the course of your investigation and released through the SAPD Public Affairs Office, through Crime Stoppers, and to the press, to the local media?
Yes.
Tender defense states 74 through 80.
No objection.
All right, states exhibits 74 through 80 are admitted without objection.
Photographs that are states 74 through 80. Where were they captured at? What parts of town? What stores?
They would have been captured at one of the Walmarts that the victim's credit card was used at.
And by agreement, okay. Do you remember where those Walmarts were?
There was one at 8030 Bandera Road, 9427 Calabria, and 8923 West Military.
Okay. Showing you what's been entered into evidence of state 80. What's relevant in the picture of states 80?
The maroon vehicle was subsequently identified as being driven by Donald Lee Barnett.
And showing you what's been admitted to evidence of states 74. Who was the person depicted in state 74?
That's David Rocha.
And can you identify the place that he's coming out of?
It's a Walmart. I don't know which Walmart it is because it's not labeled.
But it's one of the two you mentioned earlier.
Yes, sir.
Was there anyone else that you were able to person that you interviewed in relation to the use of the complainant's counsel affairs?
There was a attempt made to interview Frank Hernandez, and I was able to interview a young lady named Bianca Dunn.
Okay, and how did Hernandez factor in your investigation?
He was seen using one of the victim's credit cards after she had been killed.
And where was this at?
I think he was using it, attempted to use it at a McDonald's and at a Journey's shoe store in Ingram Mall.
But you were unsuccessful in interviewing him.
No, I did not interview him.
Want to move to, was there a time going into January of 2016 did you get information from the first from a Scotty Perez?
I received information from an investigator, Barrera from Bexar County. He told me that Scotty Perez was alleging that he had a video on a cell phone of this murder.
Did you reach Mr. Perez?
I reached him by phone and made contact with him by phone and let him know what I was calling him about. And after that, I attempted to call him several more times and texted him several more times, and he never answered.
All right. Did you ultimately finally make contact and interview him?
Yes, I did.
When was that?
I think it was sometime in 2016. I don't recall the exact date.
Did Perez lead you to any other potential any other suspects or co-conspirators in this case?
He gave me some names, yes. Antonio Jones was the name that he gave me.
And did you talk to Antonio Jones?
Yes, sir. Sometime in 2016. I don't remember when.
Did you ever come across or interview an Antonio Pena?
Yes.
Perez told you on your phone calls in January of 16 that he believed he had seen a video of this crime.
Yes.
Is that why you reached out and found those other names?
Well, I reached out because those other names had come to me through Perez. Yes.
Did you subsequently talk to and interview both Pena and Antonio Jones?
Yes.
Did anyone ever find a video of this crime?
No.
Did you get cell phones from Antonio Jones?
I didn't personally. Detective Tim Angel is the one that received the phones from.
Right? And were those phones searched for evidence relating to this crime?
Yes.
Did you find any evidence on the phones of Antonio Jones for this crime?
No.
Aye. Showing you what has been marked as states exhibits number 62 and 63 for identification. What is states 62 for identification?
These are bank records from Wells Fargo.
And state 63 from identification.
These are bank records from Chase Bank.
Vendor states 62 and 63 to defense for inspection. Move to introduce 62 and 63 into evidence.
Please note my prior objections.
All right, your prior objections to States Exhibit 62 are noted and overruled. I believe with regards to States Exhibit number 63, you had no objections. And States Exhibit number 62 then will be admitted, and States Exhibit number 63 is admitted without objection.
May I publish
Yes.
62? Yeah. States 62. And whose account is state 62?
The victim's account, and her daughter is also an owner on the account.
Zooming down to page 3 of 6 on the exhibit. The entry here, and what does that say? What does that, how does that read?
1021, non-Wells Fargo ATM balance inquiry fee, 1021-8558 Huebner, San Antonio, Texas, ATM ID Lima Kilo 129959, card 7838.
And of the cards on that account, do you see a card with the last 4 7838 as you saw?
Yes.
And from your investigation, whose card was 7838?
The victims.
you generally familiar with, the distance from that that 8558 Heaver store where the victim's card was used? How far is that from her apartment? Where her body is?
I'll have to guess it's probably less than 3 miles.
And state 63. In the JP Morgan Chase records, which are state 63, whose account is this?
That's the defendant's account.
Turning to the part of state 63, which reflects the transactions. Are you able to see clearly the column headings on the transactions?
Not really, they're kind of blurry.
All right, if you need to step down, you can step down, or either you can.
Okay.
Yes, if you need to step down to view it from the Elmo, you can step down.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And defense, if you need to move about the courtroom, you may move about the courtroom.
Thank you, Judge.
Zoom in into the account.
That's a lot better.
What is the last four of the defendant's account ending?
7623.
The next column over. Show
Yes.
what?
Dates. Times.
In correction, his card number. What are the last four there?
They are 5495.
And for this example, where was that card used? It was the 5495 card used at?
At a McDonald's, whatever McDonald's that is.
Okay. So gonna move down to October 21st. First transaction on the 21st is right here. This column should be 21:49, 9:49 p.m. 03 minutes, 29 seconds. At 5495, is that the last four of the defendant's card?
Yes.
And that shows as a deposit. The next entry on October 21st, 2206. Was that a McDonald's?
Yes.
Next entry for October 21st, 2015. At the time of 22/12/01/01. Payment to Boost Mobile.
Yes.
Next entry, October 15th. I'm sorry, 2015, October 21st. Business called Cardtronics.
Okay.
At 23:32 hours 42. It's 23, 21:32. And then the next entry after that goes to October the 22nd.
Yes.
Do the defendant's phone records show any use? I'm sorry, bank records, do they show any activity at 8158 Heidner on October the 21st?
There's 8558 Huber, is that one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I will pass the witness this time.
Defense.
Thank you, Judge. What's the significance of the phrase two tall, skinny black guys?
Sir?
What's the significance of the phrase two tall, skinny black guys?
I'm not sure what you're asking about, sir.
Well, I'm asking you, what's the significance of the phrase two tall, skinny black guys? Recall your conversation with Scotty Perez. I'll give you a hint. Two tall, skinny black guys. That was on the video. That's what he told you, right?
I don't remember, sir.
You want to look at your report? It's in there.
Well, I don't
You
have
did
that.
it. Two tall, skinny black guys.
I don't have that report in front of me, sir.
Now, you said that you took DNA from people, right?
Yes, sir.
DNA is a tool as an investigator that you can use to either include them in a crime or exclude them from a crime. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And without naming specific other tools, there are other tools as an investigator you can use to help you determine if someone is honest or dishonest, correct?
Yes, sir.
And did you use such tools in this investigation?
Yes.
Did you use tools for, let's start with JD Nombrano. Did you use certain tools to determine whether you might determine him to be honest or dishonest?
Yes,
And did those tools lead you to make a determination as
Your
to
Honor, may we
honesty or
approach?
dishonesty?
Yes, you can approach.
No.
Yes.
And were you able to use some of your investigative tools to help you make a determination?
Objection to comment, particularly the emphasis on tools and it's making suggestive. Interest.
All right, the objection will be overruled.
Were you able to use some of your investigative tools to help you make a determination as to whether Mr. Nombrano was honest or dishonest with you in his discussions of his knowledge of this case?
yes,
And did you find him to be honest or dishonest?
I found him to be honest.
Okay. Now, did you have a chance to use similar tools? Well, let's say David Rocha.
Objection, Your Honor, may we approach?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have you all stand out in the hallway. Just give me a moment. All right, Gary. All right, everyone can be seated. All right. So if this is about polygraphs and whether somebody passed a polygraph or didn't pass a polygraph, the court has already made its ruling. Nobody is allowed to mention the word polygraph. Now, what tools of investigation that people use? I don't know what tools of investigation he has used, but the defense is allowed to ask questions. And if the state's only objection is that this may leave a false impression with the jury or make the jury think that he's talking to a polygraph, then the objection will be overruled. He's allowed to ask question about tools. Now, if there's another objection, the court will entertain it.
The specific objection, Your Honor, is he's asking about the result of the tools, and that result is inadmissible.
All right, with regards to the result of the tools, and I'm assuming this tool is the polygraph?
I think I asked for I didn't think I said result. I think I said findings, but
All right,
Yes.
then, that
I was
objection is,
following the instruction. The words I used were the specific words the court instructed me to use. I'm trying to follow the previous rulings and instructions of the court, so I don't violate the court's previous rulings.
all right, then, if you're seeking to obtain evidence from this witness, and you can call it tools, and that tool being a polygraph and somebody failed the polygraph, and that's what he's basing it on, then the state's objection is going to be sustained.
If I could refine, Your Honor, because.
No, here's the thing, that's my ruling. If you are seeking to get information from this witness that someone took a polygraph, and we're calling it tools, and the results of that tool was that they were dishonest, then the court is not going to allow that. Does everyone understand? Do you understand my ruling?
I think so, ma'am.
All right, let's bring the jurors back in.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, you may be seated, and defense, you may proceed.
Did you find David Rocha to be honest or dishonest?
Dishonest.
Dishonest. In fact, your exact words in your report are, I can't rule him out as a suspect in the murder, correct?
Correct.
The video was on a flip phone. Is that what you were told?
That's what I was told. Yes.
And Frank had a flip phone. You were also told that he even had a picture of Frank's flip phone, correct?
I don't remember that, sir.
Okay. Would it surprise you that you did? I know it was a long time ago.
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay. Now, they didn't ask you about it, but I will. At some point, you searched RC's apartment, did you not?
Yes.
Okay. And tell us about all the bloody clothes you found at RC's apartment.
I don't recall finding it.
Because you didn't, did you?
No.
Tell us about the blue denim purse you found at RC's apartment.
Didn't find it.
You didn't find it. Tell us about the stolen credit cards or pulse cards you found at RC's apartment.
Didn't find it.
Okay, now let's talk about the bloody clothes you found at David Rocha's apartment.
David Roach.
Yeah, when you searched his apartment, he in your report, you can't rule him out as a suspect in the murder. So when you searched his apartment, let's talk about what you found there. You can look all you want. You never searched his apartment, did you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm.
No. What about Frank? Let's talk about what you found at Frank Hernandez's apartment. He
Didn't
was
search-
also a suspect in the murder, was he not?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about what you found at Frank's apartment.
Didn't search it.
Didn't search it. Barnett, he was a suspect in the murder, right?
I would say not really, but
Not really.
no, but I didn't search his apartment.
Didn't search it. Antonio Jones. Now you found out about him kind of late,
Yes, sir.
so wouldn't search that. Now Antonio Jones is an interesting angle, if you will, because Antonio Jones is tall, skinny black guy, right?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. Similar to the Scotty Perez, two tall, skinny black guys. And Antonio Jones, when you tried to go talk to him at first, you went to his mother's house, Christina, right?
Yes. I think her last name was Guerrero.
It is.
Something like that.
And she was in her yard, I think, with her boyfriend Robert. Remember that?
Yes,
And they chased you off, right?
correct.
Okay. Now, am I correct in remembering that your investigation led you to a conversation between Christina and Robert when Christina slapped Robert at a party and said, "Y'all filmed that?"
Yes,
You heard
I,
that?
Action hearsay.
You remember
Just one moment. Could you repeat the question, please?
Did
And
your
then,
investigation lead you to an excited utterance between Christina and Robert when she slapped Robert and said, "You filmed that"?
And the objection.
answer was yes.
hearsay.
no, excuse me. And what is your objection?
Hearsay, Your Honor.
All right, that will be sustained.
Would move that the court instruct the jury to disregard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you to disregard that last question and disregard the answer. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Where's Robert now?
Robert Cisneros?
Yeah,
I don't know, sir.
dead. That surprise you? You don't know that? They didn't tell you that? He's dead. You know who killed him?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
What's his legal objection? One
objection-
witness kills another, the jury
The
has
objection
arrested.
has been sustained.
We approach.
No,
Where's Antonio Jones now?
I don't know, sir.
Objection, Your Honor.
overruled.
Would it surprise you to know that Antonio Jones is in prison for murder?
Okay.
Of Robert. The guy that chased you out of his yard because he didn't want to talk about this murder got murdered by a tall, skinny black guy. The same one that you tried. Did you talk? Remember the interview with him? And he was. How would you describe him in that interview?
Are you talking about Antonio Jones?
Yes, sir.
He appeared to be high.
Hi.
Yes.
Very. I think he was very high, wasn't he?
Yes, sir. He
It
was
was.
high.
It was rough.
Mhm.
Did you interview him again? Did you try?
I don't think I interviewed him again.
Okay. Let's talk about Robert Schultz.
Okay.
When did you talk to Robert Schultz?
I think that was a phone call only.
Phone call. And tell the jury what's the significance of Robert Schultz.
He called in one day and said that there was a gentleman named Cayman Reed who may have had checks from Miss Boyd's account.
Okay, I think we have our Robert Schultz is confused.
Okay, I'm not
That's
sure.
okay. The Robert Schultz I'm talking about is the guy that had a key to the apartment,
Oh, okay. You're talking about the
the
maintenance.
maintenance man.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
And I believe his significance is important because you remember Officer Tapia, remember him? Is that the fellow that was the first guy at the scene?
I don't remember which officers were
Okay,
there.
would it surprise you that the jury heard from an officer named Tapia?
If you say so, sir.
Well, you went to the scene that day, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I know it was a long time ago, but I have reason to believe that the first officer there was Tapia,
Okay.
and he went into the scene first. And he has indicated, and I have reason to believe he spoke to a maintenance guy named Robert Schultz.
Okay.
Right. And as lead investigator and someone who's handled over 150 murders, I would hope and I have every reason to believe and do believe that you reviewed his report as part of your investigation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so I'm equally then in belief that you probably investigated Schultz because he told Tapia that he saw Ms. Boyd 9 o'clock in the morning the day before. That's the last time he saw her. But then the jury was told from Ms. Gracie from HEB that he told her he saw her that day.
Compound question.
Sustained.
I'll rephrase. Would it concern you when someone who has the key to the crime scene has given 2 different times when he last saw the victim alive?
That would concern me if I had noticed it, but I don't remember noticing that.
Does it concern you that I noticed it and you didn't?
No.
Okay. And this is the same guy. Does it concern you now that this is the same guy that you let secure the scene that night?
No.
When he did secure, I'm just a regular guy and I watch TV like all of us. At least when you leave, do you put like some yellow tape over the door that says like crime scene or something? Or you just say, "Hey, Schultz, will you lock up when you leave?"
No, there was no crime scene tape left.
Just, "Hey, Schultz, lock up when you leave."
No, I asked him to lock the door. I think he locked it in my presence.
You think? Okay. But what happened between when you left and when you came back?
I received the results of the autopsy.
No, but I mean, at the apartment.
I don't know.
What officer stayed there to make sure the scene was secure?
No one.
You mentioned Cayman Reed. What's the significance of Cayman Reed?
Yeah, I received information that someone had seen him with a check that belonged to Miss Boyd.
May I approach Judge?
Yes.
All right. So let's summarize what we have. Let's start with David Roach. You say he's a suspect, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's dishonest. My handwriting is terrible. You decided no search. Did you get his cell phone? Search his cell phone?
No.
Because you can track somebody's cell phones, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you earlier? You mentioned a guy, and you said you ruled him out because you verified his alibi. Remember that?
Miguel was
Okay. What about David Rocha? Did he have an alibi? And if so, did you check it out?
No, I don't. Well, Mr. Rocha was not interviewed until about 5 years after this murder happened. So I'm not sure if I would have been able to get his phone. Well, I didn't have his phone for one thing.
So he ran? He
Sure.
fled?
Yes.
Fled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it because you didn't look for him or you looked for him and he was gone?
I looked for him and he was gone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's David Rocha.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about Frank Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
I know this is taking a minute and I apologize. I want to make sure we summarize this as best I can, so I'm going to forget. Okay, first, Frank Hernandez. Did we search? Is he a suspect?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you didn't have a chance ever to determine his honesty or dishonesty, did you?
No, he refused.
Because he refused,
he
right?
refused to provide a statement. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, even when someone refuses, you can go to a magistrate and get a warrant and search his house.
Well, I didn't know where he lived. He lived with his mother at the time, as far as I know.
Okay, well, you could have found her address and gotten the warrant, right? Did you do that?
No.
But there was no logical reason you didn't, right? You just didn't. Correct?
I didn't feel that I had probable cause.
But he's a suspect.
Yes, but I
Okay.
did not feel I had probable cause. to
Did
search his
you
mother's
get
house.
his cell phone records?
Yes.
Doesn't that require probable cause?
Yes.
Okay.
I did
And
not
speaking
have-
of that,
If I can answer your question,
yes,
sir,
sir, go ahead.
I did not have probable cause to search his mother's house.
Where he lived?
As far as I know, that's where he lived.
Okay.
Uh,
His cell phone records, you did get, and you printed up, you provided, these are from you, right?
well, they're not from me. They're from
FBI.
FBI. Yes.
You got his cell phone records and you had the FBI search where Frank's cell phone was, right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
And you blew them up giant, right?
But again, I didn't, sir.
The FBI did.
Yes.
Okay. And the significance of this is the crime scene is right here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you got a warrant for his phone to show that when the murder happened, Frank's phone was there.
In the area.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
And it was significant enough that you printed up, the FBI printed up not one, not two, but three giant maps of Frank's cell phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. For FBI phones. Let's talk about Antonio Jones. Antonio Jones is the son of the couple you visited in the yard that refused to talk to you, right?
From what they told me, yes, sir.
You went to their house and they said, get out.
Yes.
Right?
Basically.
And Christina
Yes,
and Robert.
yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna write mom, Christina. Dad, oh, he wasn't dad, he was boyfriend. Mom's boyfriend. Robert. They said, get out. Handwriting's getting worse. And without getting to what was said at the party, there was an altercation at the party between these two and the cell phone video. And now, in Indiana, Antonio Jones is in prison for murder.
Objection to narrative, Counselor Ness. question.
Is that
Sustained.
correct?
Sustained.
Well, you answered earlier. Is that still correct?
You need to ask your next question, counsel.
Is that still correct?
Is what correct?
Antonio Jones is still in prison for murder of Robert.
Objection.
I only know that because.
Excuse me, excuse me. An objection has been made. Once an objection is made, I will hear what the objection is. I will make a ruling. If you're unsure whether to answer or not, then just ask me. What is your objection?
Objections outside, witness already said he didn't know, it's been asked and answered.
All right, with regards to asked and answered, that will be sustained.
Your Honor,
I'll move on.
may I approach?
Okay.
What's the reason for approaching?
The witness said he didn't know, it's been asked and answered. The court sustained the objection, however, the demonstrative is intentionally left and is wrong.
All right,
Oh, okay. What is,
Excuse me,
I'll-
just 1 second. So if you will, counsel, if you'll remove the writing from the jurors until that is established.
would it surprise you to learn?
All right, so counsel, if y'all remove that
I'll
page,
flip it, but
yes,
would it surprise you to learn that Antonio Jones is in Indiana in prison for murder?
Objection relevance.
that'll be overruled.
Okay, would it surprise you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know you know because we've talked about it at a prior hearing.
Yeah.
So you do know that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
would it
May I
surprise
flip it
me?
now? He does, he admitted he knows.
No, could I have parties approach?
May I continue, Judge?
Yes,
You do know that Antonio Jones is in prison for murder, is that correct?
Because you told me, yes,
But in a prior hearing
yes,
on this event, you learned this, correct?
Yes,
Okay. I'm not making something up or speaking out of school. Correct?
no, you,
Okay.
again, you guys told me.
Okay. Now, back to Cayman Reed. What's the significance of Cayman Reed?
Received a phone call from a gentleman and he said that, he had seen Cayman Reed with a check from Miss Boyd's account.
So he had stolen checks, I guess?
Yes, sir, according to this person that called in.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, in contrast to those giant maps of Frank's phone,
Mhm.
this was RC's phone, right? This little bitty map,
Yes,
and that he used and shows when he used his phone on those days, he was at Evers and 410.
yeah.
Okay. There's a body on the card. What's the significance of that statement?
It means that someone was killed who owns that credit card.
In this case, well, in this case, what's the significance of that statement? If you know, if you remember from your.
No, I mean, when someone says there's a body on whatever, they're talking about someone being killed about that particular item.
It was said in this case, so in your 150 cases of experience, do you remember in this case who said it?
No,
Okay. Did you or someone else in police jargon canvass the neighborhood? And when I say canvass neighborhood, to me, that means have some either uniforms or detectives go out and interview all the neighbors. Did somebody do that in this case?
we knocked on a few doors, yes.
A few doors.
Yes.
What does a few mean? So how, in this case, how many, what does that
Two
mean?
or three, and my main focus on canvassing was for video surveillance.
You asked 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
In an apartment complex of 300 and, I forgot, 305 units, more or less 300 units. You talked to 2 or 3.
Yes.
Okay, who talked to those 2 or 3 people? You or somebody else?
It wasn't me, no.
It wasn't you.
Mm.
In your 150 murder cases of experience, is that typical? You talk to 1% of the occupants to see if they saw anything?
It all is case specific.
But in a would you agree with me that maybe somebody should have talked to more people than that?
Oh, I won't agree with that, no.
You won't agree with that?
No.
Okay. What about getting DNA from the guy that had a key?
No, I did not.
I'm sorry. What about searching his house or apartment?
Did not.
Did I ask you already, did you search Barnett's house? Barnett's apartment or home, wherever he lived?
No.
Okay. all I have right now, Judge.
State,
What date? Scotty Perez told you an allegation about a video.
Correct.
You interviewed Scotty Perez.
Yes.
Could he produce the video?
No.
Scotty Perez, how you got to Antonio Jones?
Yes.
Did Antonio Jones, he provided you 2 cell phones, correct?
He did. Yes.
Did either of those 2 phones,
Objection asked and answered.
overrule,
did either of the 2 phones Jones gave you produce a video?
No.
When you talked to Antonio Pena, had he seen the video?
No.
What were your impressions of Scotty Perez when you did interview him in the summer of 2016?
Think when we started the interview off, there was an admission that he was a drug user, and I'm not sure why he was giving me the information.
Just offered that up.
He just offered it up. Yes.
I recall you said he been
Objection, that's first off, it's he testifying. Secondly, it's leading. And third-
sustained to leading,
But when you first had the information from Perez, were you diligent in researching?
Yes.
Did you communicate with Perez in January of 16?
Yes.
And how long was it between January 16 when you communicated with him and when you finally interviewed?
It was a few months. I just don't remember the exact date. There should be a report in here somewhere or an interview.
But my point is, you were able to find him when you first got the information.
On the phone, yes.
Yes, you talked to him.
I talked to him on the phone, yes.
So was he not available, or were you not diligent in between?
Well, I tried to call him and text him several times and he did not respond. So I put out what we call a bolo and put his name and information in there so officers who run across him would contact me.
Did you follow the leads that Perez gave?
Yes.
Were you able to corroborate anything that Scotty Perez told you?
No.
Did you pursue talking to Antonio Jones?
Yes.
Could he give you anything that helped your facts in your case?
No.
What did you charge Donald Barnett with? What offense?
Objection, that's inadmissible and not relevant.
answer to relevancy,
In cross, the defense talked about Donald Barnett said, or I am simply following up with, he opened all these other witnesses. He talked about Frank Hernandez and other people.
all right, objection is overruled,
What did you charge Frank, Donald Barnett?
I don't think I charged Barnett at all.
What did you charge Frank Hernandez with?
Credit and debit card abuse and fraudulent use of identifying information.
If you had more information, would you have charged him with?
Yes, if I would have had more information.
What did you charge David Rocha with?
Same objection, Judge. It's not relevant.
He again,
overruled,
I charged David Rocher with the same charges of credit card abuse and fraudulent use of identifying information.
Did you, in your investigation, did you find any tangible physical evidence to link anyone else to this crime?
I mean, anyone else other than the defendant?
Yes, sir.
No.
The cell phone maps.
Yeah.
Good. Madam Pro Tem,
Yes.
and they're unmarked, so. Mr. Sphere, good job. Let's hold it out. Well, I'm just completing this defense exhibits 1, 2, and 3.
I'm not offering them. You should have offered them. Don't put my name on.
Okay, let me ask him. As he made it, will show going to the jury. Where did you make observations in your investigation about the cell phone map?
Yes.
And what were your conclusions about this map in your investigation?
Basically that, his mother lives in that area, so it didn't surprise me that his cell phone is hitting in that area.
Okay. Now, the second one. Is this the same map as the first one?
Not 100% sure it looks the same.
Looks to be the same.
Yes.
Same box,
Yes.
same graphics,
Yeah.
same roads and highways,
Yes.
same heading.
Yes.
And roll out. And the third. Does the third have the same heading as the first two?
Yes.
Same graphics?
Yes.
You see the same area where where Hernandez's mother lived?
Yes.
So is it fair to say that these are just 3 copies of the same evidence that did not contribute to your investigation?
Yes.
Did it matter that the defense attorney projected and screamed about the maps? Did that help?
No.
Let's talk about cell phone maps.
Yes.
Your general knowledge, that graphic depiction, what did they show?
They showed us the location of cell phones.
Okay, and those cell phones are determined based on the location of cell phone towers.
That's correct. Yes.
And from there, they project,
Objection leading.
Sustained.
okay? From investigative purposes, why would you want to do that for an investigation?
Basically, once you determine that someone's phone is in a particular area, then typically you would try to find other evidence to place them in that area.
For there to be a map depicting the tower, does your phone have to be on?
Yes.
So if my phone was off, would you be able to show it on a map?
No.
If it's off because I didn't pay my bill, would you be able to show it in a map?
No.
Going back to State's Exhibit 63. So showing you highlighting October 15th, the 2015 10/22 payment was made to Boost Mobile. And above, another payment on the 15th 10/21 to Boost Mobile. 10:12 PM on the 21st. And again, here's to be 13/24. If the defendant's phone was off and he doesn't pay a bill until 10/22 on the 21st, 10/12 on the 21st, would any mapping of his phone on the 21st be relevant?
No,
What time were you at the complainant's apartment on October the 21st?
it was about, well, around 3 PM, give or take a few minutes.
So in terms you don't know in terms of the phone numbers, you know where the defendant was.
No,
There's a name that comes up about Cayman Reed. And counsel raised the question that his boss associated a check. Did you interview Cayman Reed?
I did not, but someone did interview him.
Did any investigation ever produce any evidence of a check held by Cayman Reed?
No,
No further questions, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
So, Mr. Harris, just in summary, asked you, so Antonio Jones wasn't able to assist you in any way with Scotty. Isn't that the guy you said was too high to talk to?
Antonio Jones, yes.
Okay. And then finally, I guess, so the FBI is wrong when they said his phone was on?
Say again,
The FBI is wrong when they said RC's phone was actually on?
you'd have to ask them, sir.
Okay, that's all I have, Judge.
Any further questions?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, is this witness excused?
Subject to recall.
All right, if you'll leave the microphone behind, please, and just make sure you're available if either party wishes to recall you. Thank you. All right, state, call your next witness.
Donald Lee Barnett.
All right, yes. And there's a square microphone that's there. It's silver. If you'll place it somewhere in your shirt, it's for the court reporter to hear. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can have a seat. And make sure that you speak so that everyone can hear. If you'll state your name for the record.
Donald Barnett.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Barnett, can you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Donald E. Barnett Jr.
And I think you said the Lee at the end, correct?
Yes.
Is that what you usually go by?
Go by Lee.
Is it okay if I call you Lee?
Yes, sir.
Lee, back in October of 2015, did you live in San Antonio?
Yes.
What area, like, you don't have to tell me the exact address, but what area of town?
Hebner area.
Like,
Hebner, Bandera.
okay, so thank you. Now, did you have any children at the time?
I have one
Boy or girl?
boy.
Now, did he live with you or did he live at a separate location?
We still live at a sub-location.
Okay, who did he live with?
My son's the mother.
Your son's mother.
Yes.
Did she live in a house or an apartment complex?
Apartment.
Okay, do you remember the address or what street that apartment was
It
on?
was off of Evers.
Do you remember the name?
Evers? I don't know the name of it.
But it was an apartment complex on Evers.
Yes.
Now, did you go and visit that apartment complex to see your son?
Yes.
Would you do that often?
Yes.
Would you take your son to school daily?
Yes.
Do you know an R.C. Curtis?
Yes.
How did you meet R.C. Curtis?
He was the neighbor next to my son's mother on the
Okay.
corner.
So he lived next to your son and your son's mother,
Yes.
also in an apartment complex?
Yes.
Different apartment, of course.
Different apartment, same apartment complex, so.
So in your visits to that complex to see your son, would you sometimes bump into RC?
Yes, outside. He was watching his kids and I'd watch my son.
How would you characterize your relationship with RC at that time?
Just we talk every time we see each other outside, just chit chat. My son would play with his kids and, just around the neighborhood. So
Were you
really
friendly?
small talk, we were pretty friendly with each other.
Okay. So. Donald, or I'm sorry, Lee. Lee, I want to draw your attention to October the 21st, I'm sorry, 22nd of 2015. That's a Thursday. And on that day, did you take your son to school?
Yes, during that morning.
Now, what type of vehicle at that time did you typically drive?
At the time I was driving my Nissan Quest, it was a minivan. And every now and then I borrow my mother's Nissan Rogue.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Lee, I'm gonna show you what I've marked as States Exhibits 81.
Yes, and others.
Okay, just 1 second. 82. 83. 84. And 85. Do you recognize the vehicle depicted in those photographs?
Yes, still
Okay.
have it.
And I'm sorry?
I still have it.
Whose vehicle is that?
It's my mother's.
Does that fairly and accurately depict what that vehicle looked like back during that time frame?
Yep. Exactly.
And just as a note, the court reporter can only take one person down at a time. I'll do my best to finish my question and allow you to answer, okay? Okay. Your Honor, at this time, state would move into evidence exhibits 81 through 85 inclusive, subject to any objection by defense.
No objection, Sheriff.
All right, states exhibits 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85 are admitted without objection.
Permission to publish.
Granted.
Now, Lee, I'm going to show you state's exhibit number 81. Is that same vehicle that you referenced that was your mother's vehicle?
Yes.
And what type of vehicle is it?
So, SUV, small. So Nissan Rogue.
Now I'm going to show you state's 84. Now, specifically, I want to draw your attention to the license plate in state's 84.
Handicap.
So back on October the 22nd of 2015, were you using your mother's vehicle?
Yes.
Was there something wrong with your vehicle at the time?
A lot of wrong with my vehicle.
Needed a lot of mechanical work?
Yeah, a lot of work, engine work.
Okay. And your mother would allow you to use that car on occasion?
Yes, digging my son in there, run errands.
And you actually used that vehicle when you dropped your son off at school?
Yes,
After you dropped your son off at school, just roughly what time of day are you dropping him off?
uh. Before 8, about 7:30, 7:45, something.
Talking more, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Now, after you dropped him off, where do you go?
that day, that morning,
Yeah, like after you drop your son off, where do you go next?
I went back to my son's mother's.
Now, when you went back to that complex off of Evers, the same place, correct?
Yes,
Did you encounter RC?
yes, when I got back, I was outside smoking and he pulled up.
So you saw him pull up.
Yeah,
You remember what type of vehicle he was driving?
small car over there.
And when he pulled up, did you notice anything about his demeanor?
I was pretty, excited, I was happy, in a good mood, basically.
Did the two of you talk?
For briefly, before he had to take his wife and to work or something like that.
Yeah, Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, with the fence.
I don't know if you know. Camera.
I wasn't clear. So
And that's, in that case, the court clarified that the state must provide specific notice of the extraneous offenses it intends to introduce. And a general disclosure such as an open file policy does not suffice. Then I will move on to, moreover, the courts have distinguished between Brady disclosures and Rule 404B notice. While Brady requires the disclosure of evidence favorable to the defense, 404B imposes an additional obligation of the state to provide advance notice of its intent. An intent is emphasized to use extraneous offense evidence for purposes other than character conformity. This is highlighted in McDonald versus State 179 Southwest 3rd 571, where the court held the state's failure to provide adequate notice under 404B rendered the evidence inadmissible, even if the evidence was disclosed under other circumstances. Once again, citing McDonald versus State 179 Southwest 3rd 571. So that being said, I would argue that, and I'll mark for the purposes of this record, I'll mark it defense 1. I think it's the first thing I've marked. Pretrial notes that don't indicate we intend to use these bad acts against Mr. Curtis do not suffice. I mean, these are just notes of a conversation. They don't say we're going to use this against him. And I cannot imply, and I should not be forced to infer otherwise. So if I may approach the court reporter, I guess for the purposes of the record, I'll mark this as defense 1, and they're just notes of a meeting held.
I think it is better that you not mark it as defense 1.
Okay.
Because it has already been stated on the record that one of those cell maps was defense 1.
No, I didn't. It wasn't marked.
But the state said on the record, I believe
Oh, okay.
this is defense 1. So if you want to mark that as a letter of
Or
the evidence,
defense A. How about that?
all right, defense A for purposes of the record.
In the purpose, I'm sorry, I'll wait for Cindy, my bad. So sorry. And the purpose of offering this is just so the court can see that this document does not indicate in any way that the state intends to, or the purpose of this is to notify me of its intent to use it against my client for the purposes of a bad act.
All right. State, I'll hear your response.
And Your Honor, I believe
Yes, state.
Your Honor, I believe counsel cited Hayden v. State in his argument.
Yes.
Correct. Well, and also, I'm sure the court is well aware that the holding of the Court of Criminal Appeals was that the state satisfied its notice in providing the information, notwithstanding the lack of formal 404B notice. The facts that go into it, then I'm assuming the court is well aware in the analysis portion that the whole purpose of 404B is to prevent surprise. The rule requires reasonable notice. Whether the delivery of statements constitutes notice depends in part on timing of that delivery. In this particular case and facts, I am the prosecutor that put Mr. Barnett on his further adjudication for activity in this case. I took a statement and interviewed him at that time and made it a part of the plea bargain that the state had entered into, that he also testified truthfully in this cause number. All of that was provided to this counsel at the time that plea was entered. as we have talked to him and made further discussions, we have supplemented that by, number one, in the formal discovery process and in direct communication from me to counsel. I would argue that that does meet the Court of Criminal Appeals definition of reasonable notice. As it said, the implicit statement is, these are the extraneous offenses that we intend to offer in case in chief. I believe the state, in short, I believe the statement should be admissible.
All right, and what is your notice to the defense stating? You said, I believe you stated, there's a statement where you say these are statements that the state intends to offer in its case in chief.
I did not use those formal words on the plea bargain that I provided to the defense. A condition of his probation was to testify truthfully here. They got that with the contents of that statement. It would be, I think, impossible for counsel as capable as Mr. Bunk to not understand that means the state's intending to use them in a trial in this cause. It was specifically cited in the plea paperwork. On that continuance, as we just spoke to them just a week ago inside the 404B window, we immediately turned that over. In fact, he asked me any updated statements coming from the lay witnesses, this one in particular. So it was clearly on both of our minds about what type of information and or evidence the defendant would be faced.
All right, so this is the court's ruling. The purpose of 404B is to prevent any surprise from the defense. Court is going to find that the defense has received notice of this witness's testimony and what testimony would be elicited from this witness based upon the statements that have been given to the defense. And it's the court's understanding that the statement that was given to the defense was this witness's testimony regarding an allegation of use of methamphetamine and the turning over a credit card for purposes of purchasing more methamphetamine. Is that correct?
The credit card was to be used at.
My question is, in the statement, and Mr. Spears, is this your witness?
It is, Your Honor, yes.
All right, so if you'll address what was turned over to the defense with regards to this witness statements as it relates to methamphetamine and as it relates to the turning over of a credit card.
Yes, Your Honor. The previous notes, the ones that Mr. Harris referred to as part of his plea agreement in terms of his testimony, and then our subsequent notes that when we interviewed Mr. Barnett, all discussed that in terms of the purchase of methamphetamine. It's essentially to use the card to buy something in lieu of actual cash for the methamphetamine. So that is within the notes that have been provided to defense, and then continue to update each time we speak to Mr. Barnett.
All right, and when were these notes given to the defense counsel?
The initial plea was when?
2023 is the first transaction, and the most recent Monday, Tuesday morning, the 12th, because we spoke to him Monday night, the 11th.
All right, thank you. Counsel.
That's not timely notice.
All
I
right,
mean, even if the court deems somehow that notes from an interview qualify as notice 7 days before trial on a case that's 10 years old, certainly is not timely.
all right, and what is the reason for the 7-day notice?
And Your Honor, the 7-day notice is the most recent notes. The previous methamphetamine reference has been well past, years ago.
All right, so here's my question. Defense counsel, were they given notice of the allegations of methamphetamine prior to 7 days ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And were they given notice of the allegation of Mr. Curtis allegedly tendering a credit card to, in this witness's presence, more than 7 days ago?
Yes, Your Honor, that's from Ms. Burnett's statements, as well as from the proffer itself and the prosecution guide, as well as her notes.
All right, so this is what the court is finding. The court is going to find that the defense had notice. The court is doing a 4-4-4 balancing test. The court is going to find that it is more probative than prejudicial. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor, if I can just explain to the witness what that means.
Yes,
I would just, may I put on the record that
yes.
King B State 953 Southwest Second 266.
So.
Roethel ROETHEL 80 Southwest Third 281, all which state the notice requirement is a rule of evidence admissibility. It is error to admit 404B evidence when the state has not complied with the notice provision of Rule 404B. I'll read into the record if I need to what the notice requirement is. Notice must show it must tell you where the offense occurred, when the offense occurred. There's no date anywhere in the notices of when this alleged violation occurred. Notice must include a date. I must know when this alleged offense occurred so I can adequately prepare a defense to the allegation of this alleged bad act. So I've not been given notice. I mean,
Did you give him notice of the date? Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. The statement from Mr. Barnett, he gives to Detective Hines, talks about the date in which the methamphetamine, the card issue took place. Also in the plea agreement that Mr. Barnett entered in with the state, in which he agreed to truthfully testify in this case. The notes that Mr. Harris provided, both the audio and written, give that notice, as well as our subsequent notes continue to have the same time frame. And I say time frame, October the 22nd, 2015.
So in the notice that you provided through a witness's statement, it has the date?
Your Honor, if I may, for clarity, it may be referred to as the date the card was used at the Walmart.
No, I just want to know if the date has been provided.
Thursday, the 22nd, it states it right here on the notes.
All right, thank you. All right, so has everyone placed everything they want to place on the record?
From the state's
No,
perspective.
I need a minute to get all these other the plea bargain, all these other documents they're claiming provides notice. I need to get a minute to get all that, or I can do it at a later time, but I'd like the opportunity to put all that in as defense P, C, and et cetera.
Okay,
At some point, add that to the record.
all right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, let's bring the jurors back in, please.
And will the court, or is the state's only official notice part of the record? The fact that the only notice they gave was in 2018, is that, do I need to mark this, or is it part of the record and by default?
If you want to mark it, you can mark it.
I will, just
Okay,
out of abundance of caution. No, I need the record to reflect it is from an old indicted case. They have never filed one ever for this indictment number.
And the state did file a motion to adopt the previous cause number for all previous motions.
okay,
May I approach the court reporter?
yes.
And for the purposes of the record only, I'm offering into evidence defendant's exhibit B.
Okay,
Thanks.
Ready to?
yes, we're ready.
All right, jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated and state you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe, where we left off is you had returned to the apartment complex on Evers and you encountered R.C. Curtis.
Right.
Did you speak to R.C. Curtis?
Briefly.
Now, in speaking with Mr. Curtis, was there discussion, in terms of, anything that he wanted?
Drugs, methamphetamine.
What, I'm sorry, what type of
Some
drugs?
methamphetamine,
Did you know anyone that could get methamphetamine?
I did.
Who did you know?
David,
How did you know David? Did you know by any particular name?
D, I knew him as D.
As Steve?
Yeah,
Did you know his last name?
I didn't know his last name.
Did D live in the area?
Yes,
Did you contact D?
I went over there to his house.
So he lives nearby. What area?
Bandera, by the bowling area.
So, did you take that same vehicle that the jury previously saw that?
Yeah. Yeah,
And again, but please, you know, the court reporter can only take one at a time. So you took that same vehicle
yes,
and did you pick up D?
yes.
Where did you go after you picked up D?
We went back to my baby mama's apartment and then we went to R.C. Curtis's apartment.
Now, did D bring anything with him?
Just something to test, sample.
And when you say test sample, explain to the jury what you mean.
Methamphetamine just to try it out.
Did all of you try it out?
We all tried it out, yes.
Now, after trying out this test, did the defendant say anything in regards to it?
After we tried it out, they spoke among themselves and after they got done briefly talking, David asked me if I could take him to Walmart and I was like, sure. So RC gave him a card and we took off.
Was there some type of agreement that David had with RC to give him some methamphetamine?
I don't know the agreement or what it was. I hear them talk amongst each other, but I know that he was there for drugs.
Well, and you said that something was given to D. What was given to D?
A credit card.
Did you get a chance to examine this credit card?
I didn't look at the name or anything, but I knew it was green.
Did you ask RC where that credit card came from?
No, I didn't ask him.
So after this credit card is given to D, what did you do?
I took him to Walmart.
Yeah, so did RC go with you?
No,
Who went with you to that
It was
Walmart?
me, D, and somebody he had with him. I didn't know the guy.
So you had never met this other
I
guy.
never met the other guy.
How would you describe him? As black, white, Hispanic?
He was Hispanic, I believe. I don't know.
Did you know his name?
No, I didn't know his name.
First time you'd ever seen him.
First time I seen him, yeah.
Now, after you leave to go to Walmart, you recall which Walmart you went to first?
I think it was Midland. Up Bandera,
So off of Bandera,
yes.
and quick, I assume you don't know the exact address, right?
No, Walmart,
And you said it was what type of store?
Walmart.
Now, when you arrived at this Walmart, did you get out of the vehicle?
No, I did not.
Who got out of the vehicle?
Just D by himself.
Did David have the card with him?
Yes, he had the car with him before we left the apartment.
So when David got out of the vehicle, what did you do?
I went and parked and waited for him to get out.
Did you wait for D?
Yeah, I waited for D.
And after waiting for D, did he eventually come out with something he had purchased?
Yes,
Do you remember what he purchased?
I know he purchased a TV and a watch.
So after he got these items, did he get back in your vehicle?
Yes,
And where did you go next?
and then I took him to his house and dropped him off, and then I went back to RC's apartment and gave him the card back, and then. I
Did
went
you
back-
also go to a Walmart on Calabria?
Yes,
So Bandera first?
Bandera first, and then Calabria.
Now, between those two Walmarts, were those purchases that you referenced made?
Yes,
And what was purchased by D?
a TV and a watch.
Now, you already said that D was the only one who went into the Walmart.
Objection leading.
Yes,
Sustained with regards to leading.
I'm gonna call your attention to the Walmart on Bandera.
Okay.
Who went inside that Walmart?
Just D by himself.
Now I'm gonna call your attention to the Walmart at Calabria. Did you go to that location?
Yes,
Who went inside of that Walmart?
just D by himself.
Where did you go while you went inside?
I just parked.
And did he eventually exit that Calabria Walmart and come to your car?
Yes,
After that was done, where did you go with D?
I took him to his house, back to his home.
And did D take any property with him?
He took the TV with him. He gave me the watch because he couldn't give me no gas money.
Now, was there an agreement for you to receive some gas money?
Yeah, there was, but he couldn't get no gas.
Who was the agreement between?
Just me and him. I just told him, shoot me some gas money, I'll take them. No problem.
But you didn't receive money.
I didn't receive no money. He gave me a watch and I went to go return it later on.
Do you know how much the watch was worth?
I think about $100, $90, something like that.
Somewhere in that neighborhood?
Yeah,
Now, you said that you dropped off D at his house, same place you picked him up from.
yes.
After you dropped off D at his house, did you go somewhere next?
I went back to RC's and gave him the card.
So had David given you the card after he had used it at
Yeah,
Walmart?
they used it at Walmart, yeah,
And the card, you then went back to Evers and returned it to RC.
yes.
Now, all of this stuff where you're going to Walmart, what time of day is this?
That's early in the morning,
In the morning?
Yeah,
This is after you dropped your son.
before noon, because my son had early release day, so about 11 o'clock I had to pick him up that morning.
So, you drop off the card with RC. What do you do next?
I go to my cousin's house and wait for my son to get out of school.
Uh, What area of town does your cousin live in?
Off of Petranco and what is that, 410?
And what time does your son get out of school?
My son got out of school at about 11 o'clock that morning.
So you went to go pick him up?
Yes,
Did anybody come with you?
no, it was just me.
So when you picked up your son, where did you go next?
I went back to my cousin's apartment and I picked her up and then we went to Walmart.
Which Walmart did you go to?
The one right there off of 410, 151.
And so a third different Walmart.
Yeah, they're different Walmart, close by.
What was your purpose of going to that
My
Walmart?
purpose was, I had a phone that I had a bad plan that they overcharged me and then to return the watch to get a gas card.
So did you attempt to return that watch to
Yeah.
get it? Again, please let me finish.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Did you attempt to return that watch?
Yes.
Where in Walmart did you go for that?
I went to the jewelry store, the counter where the watches are sold.
Did you provide him the watch?
Yes,
Were you able to get a gift card?
I was able to get nothing.
Why is that?
She made a mistake and put it back on the card that it belonged to.
So however much the watch
Yeah,
cost went to the card.
back on the card. That
So
it was purchased from.
you didn't receive any
I
money.
didn't receive anything.
So after you returned the watch, where did you go next?
I went home after that.
Back to your home?
I dropped my cousin off and I went back home.
And how about your son?
My son, he was with me until his mother got off of work and then she picked him up
Where did she pick him up from?
at my mother's apartment.
And your son stays with his mother? correct?
Yes,
Okay. So did you later speak with RC?
later on that, I don't think, not that night, no.
Either later that day or the
Maybe
next day?
next day.
Where did you encounter RC when you spoke to him?
At his apartment.
So the same place off of Evers?
Yeah, someplace.
Now, did you ask RC for anything?
Yeah, I asked him if he could spot me $20.
Did he have the cash?
No, he just shot me the credit card again.
So this time he gave you the credit card.
Yeah, this time, and
Did you examine the credit card?
no, I just took it and just went with it.
Now, did he tell you anything when he gave you that card?
No,
So it was just a response to the 20.
I said, just bring it back, you know what I mean? But
So after taking this card from RC, what did you do next?
I went to go see Frank.
Now, I'm sorry,
Stacks,
who is Stacks?
Frankie,
Do you know him by any other name?
Frank, I mean, Stacks is what I know by.
Do you know his last name?
No, I don't know his last name.
Where does Stacks live?
He was staying with, oh, they were David, with D,
So the same property as
same
David?
property. Yeah, he's staying in the back though.
So in the back, is there a separate?
Yeah, it's like a little storage area, I guess you could say, that he was staying out of.
And when you went to go see Stacks, what did you do?
I picked up a 20, some methamphetamine, and I gave him the card, and I just dumped it there, and he said whenever he got done using it, give it back. Give me a call.
So he gave you $20 Stacks.
Oh, no, he gave me some methamphetamine for the,
I see.
I left the card there with him, and I told him $20.
So you gave him the card, in essence, it's payment.
Yes,
Did you ever see that card again?
no,
Did you later, were you later contacted by a San Antonio Police Department, detective?
yes,
Do you remember the name of the detective?
I don't remember his name.
Was it Randall Hines?
That sounds real familiar, yes,
Now, did you give a statement to Detective Hines?
yes,
In essence, you actually gave two statements.
yes,
Where did you give those statements to Detective Hines?
at his office.
Do you recall how you got to his office?
They picked me up the first time.
Now, were you under arrest or was it? on?
No, just somebody back in questioning. Take a ride
Now-
downtown.
The first time that you spoke to Detective Hines was October 30th, 2015.
Yes,
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Now, Lee, during your the interview that Detective Hines conducted on October the 30th of 2015, did he ask you for some things?
no DNA,
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 87. Do you recognize the signature on that form?
yes,
Is that your signature?
yes,
Do you also see a date on that form?
yes,
Is that the same date, October 30, 2015?
yes,
Is this your consent to give a sample of your DNA?
yes,
And you voluntarily provided that
Yes.
sample? I'm also showing you State's number 86. You recognize the name on the top of that form?
yes,
You also recognize the signature on the form.
yes,
Is that your signature?
yes,
Is that the date of October 30, 2015?
yes,
And did you also agree to allow the detective to search your cell phone and any text messages in that phone?
yes,
Did you voluntarily do that?
yes,
Now, Lee, the detective spoke to you roughly 2 weeks later, correct?
yes,
Now, when you spoke to him, were you under arrest?
no,
Did you come in voluntarily?
yes,
Did you provide a statement at the same place?
yes,
Now, at that time, the second time that you spoke to Detective Hines, did you tell him that you had left out a few things in your first interview?
yes.
Why did you leave out things from your first interview?
I wasn't trying to get nobody in trouble or caught up.
At the first time that you spoke to him, did you realize the seriousness of this case?
Yes, after that, yes.
Did that concern you in any way?
Yeah, of course.
So when he spoke to you the second time, were you more forthcoming about what happened?
Yes,
Now, Lee, were you later arrested for your role in the use of these credit cards?
yes, I was arrested.
Do you remember the charge that you were arrested for?
Elderly abuse of a stolen credit card.
Now, did you ultimately receive probation? for
Yes.
that? Now, and as part of your probation, did you agree to testify truthfully in this case?
Yes,
Now, later on, were you actually revoked on that probation?
yes,
Did you go to prison?
yes.
Are you currently on parole?
I'm on parole right now. Yes,
And have you also, were arrested in Kerrville on a narcotics charge?
Yes,
What type of charge?
narcotic, 1 to 4, methamphetamine.
So a third degree felony?
Uh,
If you know,
yes, I don't know what the charge is on that.
what type of sentence did you receive for that?
I got 10 years probation.
And that's with, not our office, but with Kerrville.
Well, that's his curve, yes.
Have you been promised anything in terms of your testimony here today?
No.
Now, during this time that all this is coming out and things are being released to the media in terms of a lady who was dead and credit cards being used after the fact, did you try to notify Frankie, the person Stacks?
Yes.
How did you try to contact
I
Stacks?
called his phone and he didn't answer, but his girlfriend did. He was asleep at the time.
And what type of warning did you provide?
Don't use that card.
Did you say why not to?
It was hot,
Hot because,
not because lady died. I mean, it was done to a dead lady, I guess, at the time.
you don't know if that message got to Frankie, did you?
Apparently not.
Now, and of course, you're saying that the card is hot.
Yes.
How did you find that out?
Well, detectives picking me up for one, and then the news. I mean, I had my family calling me saying I was on the news and all that.
You kind of put two and two together.
Yeah. But detectives picking you up as something serious.
Absolutely. Now, when you spoke to RC, that you said the card was, RC told you the card came from where?
From his wife's purse.
But you never examined the card.
And I never examined it.
Did RC ever make any mention about his grandmother passing away?
Not that I recall, no.
He never talked about any type of foul play concerning the complaint. After that time, did you see RC Curtis?
No, not really.
Your Honor, this time will pass.
You weren't promised anything, really? You got deferred adjudication, didn't you?
Oh.
Didn't you?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No.
You don't recall signing a document saying, hey, I'll get deferred if I promise to testify truthfully? You don't remember that?
No, sir.
No?
But apparently I did.
Apparently you did. You don't recall not getting revoked when you got arrested for family violence?
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. So let's go back to the beginning. You said you weren't promised anything and you don't remember getting deferred adjudication for the minimum for 2 years, correct?
No,
Do you remember that that was the minimum term of probation you could have received?
2 years, yes,
Okay, you do remember that.
yes.
And do you remember that deferred adjudication is a kind of probation that when you successfully complete it, the case gets dismissed? Right?
I don't know that, but
Well, there's a difference between probation.
I just wanted to get out of jail. So I now my attorney just tell me what I gotta do to sign out,
And you got out of jail, didn't you?
and I got out of jail, yes,
So they promised you, if you'll testify at some point, you can get out of jail.
yes,
And you did, didn't you?
yes.
Now, this day when all this stuff allegedly happened, you were just doing drugs and driving people around?
No, I was at my son's mother's house and took him to school.
Well, you said you were driving everybody to Walmart.
Well, that morning, yes.
Yeah, with all these druggies. Yourself included.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. And the case in, is it Kerrville?
Carew, yes.
When were you convicted of that case?
June 26th, 24th.
So a little bit over a year ago.
Yes,
And that was meth again?
yes,
And that's while you were on probation in San Antonio?
yes.
Did you have permission to be, isn't it a condition of your probation not to leave the county?
I had my probation moved to
Oh,
Kerrville.
you were on probation in Kerrville?
Yes.
They even let
Well,
you,
no, San Antonio moved my probation to Kerrville.
okay. And it was in Kerrville where you picked up an assault? Back in 2022?
Yeah, that was supposed to get dismissed, but I had a lazy attorney.
You didn't have as good attorney as the one who got you out of jail for agreeing to
No, sir.
come and do this thing?
No, couldn't get over my attorney.
Now, you talked to the cops twice because you lied the first time?
Yes,
That's all I have. That's fine, Judge.
Just briefly, Your
Yes.
Honor. Lee, do you know Paula Boyd? Have you ever met her before?
no, I never met her. I don't even know who she is.
Any
I have
thought?
nothing, Judge.
All right. Is this witness excused?
Judge, let him go.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you'll remove the pen. Thank you. State, call your next witness.
Then the state calls David Rocha.
All right, there is a square microphone there. If you could put that there on your jacket or tie, please. Yes, it's for the court reporter to hear. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, have a seat. If you'll make sure you keep your voice up so everyone can hear, and if you'll state your name for the record.
David Rocha?
State, you may proceed.
David, right now? You live in San Antonio or elsewhere?
Elsewhere.
Is your microphone?
Looks, it's green. Can't hear me? And how is it you know Donald Lee Barnett?
I know him through Frankie Hernandez.
Is Frank Hernandez also known as Stacks?
I believe so.
Did you grow up here in San Antonio?
No.
Okay. Did you live here in San Antonio?
Yes.
From when to when?
I believe I got here in 2007 till 2015.
And what did you do for a living in 2013, 14, 15?
I was working at Wells Fargo for a while.
What,
Prior to that, I was a stay-home dad.
did you continue, what capacity were you working in Wells Fargo?
CSR,
What is that?
customer service representative.
Did you keep that job?
No,
When did you lose it?
not sure.
Did it affect your family when you lost it?
Yes, sir.
What did you do to support your family? How many children? Are you married?
I am married.
How many children did you have?
We have 4 kids.
So in the fall of 2015, how old were your children?
I want to say that's 10 years ago. My oldest was around 12, 13. Then my daughter, she was around 9. And my other daughter was around 7, 6.
Okay.
Maybe even younger.
Okay, what part of town did you live in?
Leon Valley.
An apartment or you have a home?
I had a house.
What did you do to support your family when you lost your job?
I was selling plasma. I was getting donations from different churches.
Is that all you did? Were you using illegal narcotics?
I was using this
What was it you said you're using?
meth.
Was that part of your relationship with Stacks? Frank Hernandez?
In a way.
Can you elaborate, explain in what way?
When I first got to San Antonio, I met him through walking my dog, smoking marijuana, and that's how I met him.
Okay. And you said you met Barnett through Stacks,
Yes, to Frankie.
Frankie? Can you tell the jury, how did that come about that you met through Frankie, that you met Barnett?
Frankie, he was in and out of his house. He was getting constantly kicked out. He used to come around my house. I used to have my own house, and I used to have a back room where we used to smoke. And so he brought Burnett one of those times. That's how I met him.
And did you, from the time you first met him, did you interact with Barnett frequently or just once or twice?
No, it was more of his friend. He brought him around, so I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Was there a time that you had a you received a call from Barnett?
The day I met Curtis, he called me early in the morning to basically tell me, hey man,
That's hearsay.
Sustained.
Okay. Who called you that morning?
Lee,
What happened after he called you?
he picked me up to take me to Curtis's house.
You remember the name of the complex?
I do not.
What did you do and whose place did Barnett take you to?
Curtis's apartment.
You got to Curtis's apartment. Did you talk to him?
Yes, he introduced himself.
What did he say to you?
Something along the lines, welcome in, I'm Curtis.
I am showing you what's already in evidence as State's Exhibit 21. Do you see the person you know as Curtis in this picture?
Yes,
And can you describe an article of clothing that he's wearing?
the striped shirt, yellow, and yes, that one.
Person there. What else did Curtis talk about? What did he want?
He wanted my my stash. He wanted to keep my stash.
What is your stash? Just clarify.
A little baggie of ice, meth.
Did you give it to him?
We traded. We traded. He didn't have any money. He gave me a card.
Describe how it is he gave, what do you mean by a card? What kind of card?
He gave me a debit card that was not on his name.
Describe how that happened.
He pulled it out. I believe it's one of his pockets. I don't know exactly which one. He pulled it out. He told me, "Look, man, use this card." I told him, "Bro, I don't wanna sell it." The prices kept going up. I asked him about the name. Obviously, it wasn't his. He said, "It's my mother-in-law's. It's all good. There's no problem. There's not gonna be any trouble." I was like, "Okay, well, do you have the PIN number?" He said, "Yeah, here you go."
You said the price kept going up.
Yes, sir.
How did the price get set?
Well, I was not trying to sell it. I only had, by the time we were done with it, it was probably worth $50. So it was a drought. Couldn't get none. And I did not want to get rid of it. So the price went up to $200. when I took the card.
And when you started that answer, you said after we were done with it. What do you mean by after we were done with it?
When the reason why I got to Curtis's apartment, because Lee invited me over to go smoke out of this fancy pipe. And we were excited about, you know, at the time about this fancy pipe. And everybody smoked out of my stash.
And who is everybody that smoked out of your stash?
Curtis, Lee, and myself.
After you smoked, what did you do after you all smoked?
We left right away. I didn't want to stick around too much since it was my drugs. So we didn't stay there long.
And were you just able to get up and leave?
No, he grabbed my stash and he didn't want to let it go. He was like, I need it, I want it. He didn't care how much it was, how much it would cost, basically, since it was not worth $200.
And you keep mentioning $200. Is that the price you agreed on?
For my end, yeah,
And who were you negotiating with?
Curtis.
So is that why he gave you a car?
Yes, sir.
Said you didn't recognize the name on it. Was his name on the card?
It was not.
Was it a male's name on the card?
It was a female's name.
Okay. How are you gonna get the $200 out of that card?
He said, just take it, do whatever you want. Go to a store, buy something.
And how did you get to Curtis's place?
By Lee.
So what happened after you and Curtis agreed on the price of $200?
We left.
And where did
Lee and I left
you go?
to a Walmart.
You remember where this Walmart it was?
In Bandera, on Bandera.
What's already been admitted into evidence is States 84. Is this the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And so, which was the Walmart you went to first?
The one on Bandera.
And what happened once you all got in the Nissan? What happened when you got to the Walmart in Bandera?
What happened was that as soon as we pulled up, I figured Lee was gonna get off too. He did not want to get off. He said, "No, you go by yourself." And I was like, "Okay, well." He told me Curtis owed him $100, so to get him something too. I proceeded to go outside of the car and then I tried to use it. Once I was inside, obviously, and it did not work. The pin did not work. The pin that he had given me did not work.
So what did you do then?
I don't recall if I called him, I called Lee or I don't know. But I went back inside and decided to use the card as credit. Got a watch, handed that over to Lee since it was about $100, which was the price that he had agreed upon with Curtis. I guess he owed him money. Or I don't know what, but Then we picked up a friend of mine's along the way. Then we went to the other Walmart in Culebra and got me a TV for about $200.
And what did you do after getting the TV? Then where did you go?
Went back to Curtis's place and only Lee got off. We stayed at the car since I had my friend with me. And that was the last that I seen the card.
And what did you do after you went back to Curtis's house?
Lee dropped me off at my house, at my place.
What happened to you? And so you showing you what's already been entered into evidence is State's Exhibit. State's Exhibit 79. Who's the person in State 79?
That is me.
And you able to tell where this is taken?
At a Walmart.
And State's Exhibit 77. What does that show?
Me walking out with the TV.
When's the next time you had anything else happen to you with this matter about the car?
I heard about it after I got out of jail.
And this was in jail here in Bear County?
Yes, sir.
And what were you in jail for?
I overdrafted my account with a check. And so it was a check, theft by check.
You know when did you get arrested for that after going to the Walmart?
Yes, it was after.
And you were in the Bear County jail for a while?
I was in there for about 5 days, I believe.
What did you learn after you got out of jail?
Then my face was on the news.
Is the picture that's in evidence, is State 77? Is that the picture you saw on the news?
I don't recall. I think it was a mugshot of myself.
What was your reaction to seeing your face on the news after you got out of jail?
I felt set up. I felt like Curtis was trying to make me the fall guy by using the card that he had given me, that he had pushed me so hard to use.
So what did you do?
Skip town. I fear for my life. I fear for my safety of my family, and I skipped town.
You go by yourself?
No, I took my wife and kids.
And what state did you go to?
Florida.
How long did you live in Florida?
It was since then up to 2020, I believe. Maybe 22, don't recall.
And what caused you to leave Florida?
The job opportunity.
You left Florida because of a job opportunity?
Recently,
No. What caused you to leave Florida?
was this, because I've been in Florida. I grew up in Florida, so can you rephrase?
Let me restate. Did you get arrested down in Florida?
Yes,
On what?
on a debit card fraud,
And
credit card fraud.
And was that for the credit card fraud that you were committing in this picture?
Yes, sir.
Were you brought back to San Antonio and Bexar County?
SWAT team went in. They extradited me. 8 days later, I got here.
Is it in that capacity that you and I first talked?
Yes, sir.
And I asked you about your use of that card?
Yes, sir.
And did you plead guilty to charges?
Yes, sir.
Are you still on probation?
No, sir.
Now, you told the jury that you committed this crime here.
All right, you can ask your next question.
Why did you come back here to talk to this jury?
Objection to relevance.
Sustained.
Do you know Paula Boyd?
No.
Have no further questions?
Defense.
Ask the witness.
Judge, I'm gonna need a brief recess to review the documents I just received.
All right. State, I'm sorry,
Maybe just
to the
like 5
jurors,
minutes.
just 5 minutes, all right? Remember my previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.
tell anything about this.
All right, everyone, please be seated. And defense, I believe the witness was passed. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So you ran to Florida, right?
I went to Florida, yes.
And when you went to Florida, you were already on probation for something else, right? Death by check,
Yes,
and you knew you had these charges, correct?
correct,
You had already met with the police about these charges
correct.
and then ran off to Florida and stayed there for 6 or 7 years or something like that until they caught you? Is
Yes,
that all
sir.
correct? Is that all correct?
Sounds about right.
And then even after all of that, you came home. Met with Daryl, got probation, right? Within a month, you got probation.
No,
No, you didn't get probation?
I did get probation.
Well, you were offered the deal less than 30 days from getting back. At least that's what he told me. Is that not right?
I got extradited
Mhm.
after the SWAT got me out of my house.
Well, you make it sound like that was not warranted. You had a felony warrant and you were on the run for another case for almost 8 years. And you knew it, right?
I knew about the check.
Okay, so you get here. Well, you knew about the other case too. So you get here, and within 30 days, you meet with this guy. And this guy gives you probation. For how long? For 3 years? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't even have to do the whole 3, did you? They let you off early, didn't they?
I did my community service. I did my thing.
And you got off early, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
So even if you came here today and say whatever you say, nobody can do anything to you, can they?
Why
Right?
would they?
Huh?
Why would they?
Well, because they can't. Now, may I approach, Judge?
Yes.
You know, you talked to Hines, right? Remember talking to Detective Hines?
I don't remember their names.
Detective Hines. He said you were a suspect in this murder. You were dishonest. He didn't search your house. He didn't search your phones, and you ran. Now, I wasn't sure about a couple of things, but now I am sure of one thing. The phones. Now, the reason I asked him about the phones, and they know, and you may or may not, and it's okay. But you know something they don't know. So tell them what you did with all of your phones as you ran to Florida.
I got rid of all my phones.
There you go. What was the name of the friend you and Lee stopped and picked up? Because Lee never mentioned picking up a friend.
He went by Jay.
He went by Jay.
Sir,
Who is he? Another meth head?
at the time.
That's all I have.
Any further questions?
Good questions, Your Honor.
All right, is this witness excused?
Yes, I don't know.
No further questions?
No, is he excused?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you'll remove the microphone, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna recess for today. I'm gonna have you all come back. I have a docket in the morning, so I'm gonna have you all come back at 1:30. Again, you're gonna have the same number of jurors that were here before. So if you arrive about 12:30, you should have a space because usually people will leave to go take lunch from downtown. Remember my previous instructions. You're not to do any research on this case. You're not to Google anything. You're not to do any investigation. You're not to view anything. If you happen to see anything in regards to this case, just ignore it, turn it off. Everything that you need to know about this case is to come from the courtroom and nowhere else. Does everyone understand?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.